to Kendrick Lamar halftime performance. Me personally, I thought it was a bit subdued. I wasn't uh, overly impressed. I'm glad that he got a chance to perform. I don't think there's no other artist that deserve to perform for the halftime show after the year that he's had this past year. So he was very deserving of that spot. I just felt like the performance was a bit underwhelming. I felt like I got one speed out of Kendrick Lamar throughout his performance. I didn't feel no like I didn't feel nothing from the performance. But he did get a chance to perform and he put on the show. What did you think of the halftime show?
I loved it. I loved it. It was all Cali culture, right? All from top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. We need to put out Cali culture more often. Let people know you can't get this culture nowhere else but if you go to California, which is in America. So you need to stop sliming or get in line. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I love how it just embodied all of Cali culture and his um his cadence and how he just took on the performance. I like all of it, you know what I'm saying? So and how in the halftime show you see bro in the back fixing up the GNX while
Yeah,
they setting up for the halftime show. I thought it was funny. So
yeah.
and, and to end the song with "They Not Like Us," it was crazy. So shout
Mhm.
out to Kendrick for that.
And with the legal battles, because there was some legal things that Drake was trying to put in place where he doesn't perform, not like us, during the halftime. So there would probably be some sort of repercussions. Maybe I don't know if his lawyers was able to sustain that, but he still performed it anyway, and he did it in a very slick fashion. But shout out to Kendrick. You know, I don't think nobody was more deserving to do the halftime show this year, but I felt like it was a bit underwhelming. But still, shout out to him for performing, showing that Cali culture again. And I just hope moving forward that the halftime show continues to bless the Cali culture. And I can see why Lil Wayne was mad now when they first announced Kendrick Lamar because it was in Louisiana, and you feel like because it's in Louisiana, you will get like the Louisiana vibe, and I feel like it would have probably been a better halftime show if you would incorporate Louisiana artists because it was in New Orleans. Um, and then not to mention when they did theirs in California, there was a Super Bowl that was in California recently, and it was all Cali culture. It was Dr. Dre, it was Kendrick Lamar, it was Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, like all of those people was there for the one that was in Los Angeles about I think like 2 or 3 years ago. So, but it was still tough because Kendrick Lamar had the best year out of all the artists. So that was still a tough one. So it just throwing it off. I don't. It's not a bigger. It's not as egregious as Lamelo Ball performing uh at the Detroit Lions because Lamelo Ball, he's a Cali dude, and they only put him there because the song that he got going on is moving the needle a little
Yeah,
bit.
a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? But his performance wasn't even good, and I'm not saying that as a hater, but it wasn't a great performance. The song is knocking, but you got a Cali dude performing at a Detroit home game. Like that's where my disconnect is always going to come in. If it's in that artist city, you would think you would get the artist for that city. So
Yep.
maybe it's me. Maybe I'm bugging. I don't know. Maybe I'm